Never needed a cosign. I ain't throwing
You ready?
My brother baby. Did this shit with an open case. Front on me,
Good. I see you decked out today. I like the shades. I like the hat. It was good.
I'm on the bullshit today, boy.
Word.
Yeah,
Every other.
I'm trying to put myself in the character because as long as you can't see my eyes, you can't intimidate me. Cause that's what niggas be trying to do to me. So these are my self-esteem glasses, and I put on that hat, just to protect me.
Mm-hmm. The hat is dope.
So it's a disguise.
The hat is dope, but that's the bald hat. But you got hair.
But it's 95 degrees outside, so it don't make no sense. But fuck it.
Yo, so far this offseason, NBA offseason going crazy right now.
They was out of pocket yesterday. They shook things up. The biggest move of them all coming, like I was surprised, but you know it is what it is. The news everyone is talking about, the only real people care about is Mitchell Robinson. The Mitchell Robinson news is the only news that we care about.
He's not even on my list of moves to discuss today, but as an honorable mention, we could talk about him real quick.
What'd you say?
He wasn't even on my list of moves to talk about, but we could.
You don't think that's the most impactful move in the entire NBA?
I think this is why the people are gonna love you. Could you say, you know who you remind me of?
Go ahead, say something. What do I remind you of, Derek?
I'm gonna tell you the number. First of all,
say something mean. I'm putting my glasses back on. Go ahead.
Who's the? You know what the worst?
Say something mean. I'm putting my glasses back on.
You know who the worst podcast duo is right now?
Duo, two people?
They're on the same. It's more than two people, but both of them like together in the podcast is just horrible.
Don't tell me. Any podcast that don't got me on it.
You know, Rashad McCants.
Oh shit! he with Pat Bev?
Nah.
I fuck with Pat Bev, and I fuck with Rashad McCants. To be honest with you, Rashad McCants be right about a lot of shit.
He be wrong about a lot of shit. He be sounding crazy. He be sounding real ridiculous.
Well, I'm about to look ridiculous, just like Rashad McCants, because I be fucking with him.
So I think they kicked Gil off his own podcast.
Nah, that's not what happened.
Well, Skip Bayless is on that podcast now.
Yeah, but they didn't kick Gil off the podcast.
All right, good. But they got Skip and Rashad McCants on one podcast.
I think that's an excellent podcast, but just to sidetrack, what happened with Gil's podcast is, you know, when he was with Underdog Fantasy, everybody was under contract.
Yeah.
And there was some split business that took place with it. Gil was able to venture off and he owns back the rights to Gil's Arena, the basketball portion of the podcast. But until their contracts end, he cannot have them because they're still under contract. Gil got off a contract. He fully owns the right to that name, but they're still under contract. So in order for them to keep getting money, they staying over there until their contracts is up. So they're fulfilling the obligation, right? And he's trying to take the whole media ring. Because, you know, he has under Gil's Arena baseball now. He has like the football segment that he gets off into the basketball. But, you know, it's been the plan from the jump. He's been set it from the whole time, like owning a whole bunch of one thing don't mean nothing. He wouldn't have been able to branch out the way he needed to, right? Because he's come a long way from when he was on the fumble with the super throat joint, Mia Khalifa. So, but anyway, Mitchell Robinson leaving the Knicks. I seen it coming because we didn't appreciate it the way we supposed to, but he a fuck nigga now. You bitch ass nigga. He ain't a Knick no more, so fuck him. He helped us get, but fuck him. It's over with. That shit.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's not even. You probably only get 18 minutes a game out of him anyway. Most.
Nah, Mitchell Robinson's a big player. You got me fucked up. We gonna miss him.
I'm talking about in terms of how much he can give you on a night-to-night basis.
Those 18 minutes is some of the strongest 18 minutes you'll ever see throughout the course of that 48.
I will say this though, I don't think he really impacted that championship run against the Spurs that much. He wasn't that big of a. He barely played.
You don't pay attention, but don't worry about it. It's okay.
We don't pay attention
to Mitchell Robinson. You don't see what he be doing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you know,
Mitchell Robinson. You know what Mitchell Robinson is?
Probably the best offensive rebounder in the league.
You know what Mitchell Robinson is?
Maybe
Listen, Mitchell Robinson is the ugly nigga in high school who every time the jocks and like the niggas who play sports or like niggas that got, you know, had success with women in high school, every time the niggas fuck with them emotionally, they fuck with the ugly best friend nigga to get their spirits back up so they didn't fall off for school. That's what Mitchell Robinson is. Niggas don't pay attention to the role that he playing
Who
because
was
that bitch
that?
is.
Who was that at the high?
Why?
At our high school.
We went to high school together? You think about the past, brother. I'm talking about his life in general.
Yeah.
So that's what Mitchell Robinson is. Like he's a hero. He's the hero that we need. He the garbage man. He the nurse that mops the hospital floors. The janitor. That's who he is. The important people. The real people.
Mm-hmm. The dirty work.
Not just the dirty important work. It ain't dirty work.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Boston needs a big man. They just lost Vucevic. He wasn't really what they thought he was going to be anyway. So they definitely needed a big man. So they got that in Mitchell Robinson. The question is really how much can he play, honestly. And
He gonna
before,
start. He gonna start. What you mean?
but even if he starts, how much can he play realistically? Is what I'm trying to say. Because he was gassed. If you seen him,
Nah, you crazy. Mitchell Robinson one of the best motors in the NBA. He not gas. He played extremely hard.
so he's gassed. He's tired. What are you
And he
talking
still keep
about?
getting busy. He wasn't gas. He looked gas to y'all because y'all don't know what hard work is. That's the problem. He's a hard-working blue-collar man, drive trucks. Fuck out of here. That man, Mitchell Robinson is him.
All right.
We
So
gonna
look.
miss him in New York.
All right. Well, R.I.P. All right. So
Rest in peace, nothing. We gonna get him back.
all right. So the first name I want to talk about today, I want your opinion on this move. Giannis. Talk to me.
This fuck nigga, boy. I'm so tired of this nigga.
Who, Giannis?
I'm so tired of Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his name, right? Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to the NBA for fighting his brothers. You know, niggas is calling for retirement. Giannis gets busy. I never knew how him and Bam was gonna fare. It's very interesting.
What do you think about that dynamic? So you got two bigs who defensively they're going to be a menace defensively,
I
right?
think I think I think you pay
Offense,
very close
what do you think?
attention. I think the Miami Heat are gonna look fairly well because I think it's gonna give you a chance to see a little bit of Bam's game. I think they're gonna lead those two combined gonna lead the league in free throw shooting, and I think it'll complement well. I think it'll make Bam be able to expose the midi more, turn to a little bit more KG. Giannis don't got to do so much, right? Defensive as far as being that imposing figure because Bam brings a lot to the table himself. It's interesting, but I don't know if they got enough to get it there. I'd have to see how they really play together.
Right now, the starting lineup right now is speculative is Davion Mitchell at
Mm-hmm.
the point guard. You got Andrew Wiggins,
Super talented.
small forward. Giannis at the 4, Bam at the 5. They did not get to sign Norman Powell. So Norman Powell did not
He's
re-sign
nice.
with them. So they lost Norman. So they lost Norman and they lost Tyler. So they lost really their two best perimeter.
Yeah, but you're missing the name. You're missing the name who they just picked up though. See, this
Oh,
be our problem.
Tim Hardaway.
Nah, you're missing the name.
So Tim Hardaway is probably going to slide into that starting two
You
spot.
missing the name. We got a superstar that we just picked up. You missing the name.
They got Bobby Portis coming off the bench.
That's cool. You still missing the name.
You better say some bullshit. Go ahead.
Bryce James, nigga. You fucking heard it here first.
He's not entering the draft
He
next
got
year.
drafted.
Bryce James?
I'm pretty sure that nigga went second round, no?
No, nigga.
Bryce, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm reading the wrong news. I thought Bryce got drafted. No?
I ain't see that nowhere. Now I'm about to.
That's cap. I thought Bryce got picked up.
You're crazy, bro. And he was redshirted last
It
year.
don't matter if he's registered to Arizona. He's a morale guy. What's your problem? Yeah, y'all don't see the
All right. Anyway, moving on because Bryce
no?
James did not get drafted. So you on some bullshit right now. First of all. So back to the
Sponsored by Body Armor Water.
Now we're actually sponsored by Unleashed, #1 platform, create content and monetize it. Right, find collaborators easily. Check it out. So in terms of the Heat, right, that move to get Giannis, what do you rank it? A to F. What's the grade?
Out of all the moves that happened yesterday or within the past
Right now,
week,
the current roster, how the roster is currently constructed, the moves that they made
I give
to
it a B
get
minus.
B minus.
Yeah.
They're a top 4 team in the East.
Excuse me?
You think they're gonna be a top 4 team in the East?
No.
Speaking of top 4 teams in the East, he's back.
That's my boy. Now we
He's back.
talking. Now we shaking something
He's
up.
back.
Now we shaking
He's
something up.
back. He's back. And yo, I love that Toronto Raptors roster right now. I loved it last year, but now you're essentially replacing Brandon Ingram with Kawhi. It's giving you that same vibe as when they replaced DeMar DeRozan with Kawhi.
You know the
You know what
difference
I
is
mean?
though? I'm not sure my man is there still.
Who's your man's?
Pascal.
He's in Indiana.
Yeah, it's over with. That trade don't mean nothing. They ain't doing shit without him.
Bro, you stupid, bro. He's been in Indiana for a couple years now,
That's I
bro.
would know. I'm saying the reason Kawhi was so nice out there, cause that nigga was there.
I know that's your man's, but you don't like Scotty Barnes?
He cool.
Scotty
He
Barnes
he
probably a
he a light
top
skinned nigga. He
two-way
cool.
player in the league. You got Scotty Barnes is a menace defensively. He
He
should have
is. He's
been.
cool. He's
Uh,
not Pascal Siakam though.
he's definitely better defensively than Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam makes so much things happen on the court. Like his IQ be super. He's Pascal Siakam. He does a lot of things that you don't see. He's always in the right play. He's always making the right cuts. That he's just what he's supposed to be. He communicates well with his. I like him a lot. I don't know. I think that was a big part of the reason Kawhi was able to blend and transition so well. Kawhi is nice. Don't get me wrong, but
You
you
taking
know,
Pascal over Kawhi?
huh?
You taking Pascal over Kawhi?
No. Them together. Um, I don't think Kawhi's gonna have the same impact he did in Toronto. I think he's definitely when he's healthy, he's good. But I think we have to look at him the same way we look at LeBron James. He's given us a lot of good years in the NBA, and he's
First of all,
not
we
the
don't
same
got
player.
nobody like LeBron James. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. So
Nah, because LeBron James is hurting the NBA as well. No one wants to talk about it, but we could talk about that a different topic.
he's what?
He's hurting the NBA.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like you just be on some nonsense, bro. It's like you be like rage baiting me, bro. Like you be on some real nonsense. Like
Explain to me why. Okay, let's focus here.
I don't
We'll
gotta
get to
explain. I don't gotta.
we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that.
Anyway, so let me tell you the roster right now. Let me tell you. So you got, let's see, you got Emmanuel quickly at the 1.
Okay.
You got RJ Barrett at the 2.
Okay.
You got
He learned everything he knows about basketball from the Knicks, by the way. But go ahead.
you got Kawhi at the 3.
Okay.
You got Scotty Barnes.
Is
At
Scotty
the
Barnes
4.
Canadian also?
No. You got Scotty Barnes at the 4. And you got, they're probably sliding that young boy Colin Murray Bowles to play the 5 or Jakob Poeltl. But that's the starting 5.
I don't
You
even
like
know the
that?
last dude you named.
But do you like that?
I think that is a strong nucleus. I think they'll be better in Miami.
Yep.
I like the Raptors transitioning better than Miami, especially if Kawhi is able to really play the impactful role that he can. I low key like that roster better than the Knicks roster, to be honest with you.
The Raptors roster.
Yeah, I think they that's a top 3 roster in the East for sure.
Well, we know who the best roster in the East is right now. The best starting
Who
5.
Philly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but that's what's crazy. I don't know if
So Boston is bugging. First of all, Boston is bugged out for this. I don't know what happened. This is what the craziest thing is, right? You lose out on Giannis. So they got rid of Jaylen Brown anyway, right? But you lose out on Giannis because you don't want to include Hugo Gonzalez in the Giannis trade to pack up Hugo Gonzalez and Jaylen Brown to Milwaukee in return for Giannis, probably some, draft capital, whatever associated as well. But now you're losing Jaylen Brown for Paul George and picks. Thing is, what is it? 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. What's going on in the mind of Brad Stevens right now? What's going on right now? What's going on in that Boston front office where they would pull the trigger on a trade package centered around Paul George for Jaylen Brown.
So I had a conversation yesterday with my partners. I'm not really mad at the move from Boston if it was based off the fact that the rumors over the past couple of years have been true, that they have been butting heads, they have been finding it difficult to play together. This dates back to all the way back to Kyrie Irving's days in Boston. Jaylen Brown has definitely what he showed last season that he should be leading the team. Is you could make an argument that Jason Tatum coming back last year kind of hurt the chemistry and the flow of the Celtics last year. But I think Jaylen Brown, when it comes down to it, we've seen in the postseason, despite his finals run when he won the championship, he can get locked up. He struggles to dribble. He's super athletic, super dominant, one of the best two-way players in the league. He's damn sure not number three. He's one or two. But I feel like going forward with Jason Tatum, I feel like Tatum's had to take a step back in his offensive game to be a team player. And, Jaylen Brown, I don't think he's going to stay there anyway. I think they're going to end up losing him. You might as well get something for him. I'm not sure the difference between he and Paul George.
Got Giannis for him. They could have got Giannis.
They could have, but I think Giannis come with too much. He's just trading drama for drama. You see what I'm saying? And Giannis is cool, but I don't know. I think Giannis is we living off the name of him still. He averaged 30 again this year, 29, 30. But no, I don't know. I kind of like the move. I like Paul George. I think people write Paul George off more than we need to. He's probably one of the most hated on players in the league.
He's not hated on. He's unavailable.
He's still super skillful though. I think the drop off between him and Jaylen Brown is 4 points, despite what he did this year. When Jason Tatum is traditionally healthy, Jaylen Brown gonna average 23, 24. PG could give you 19 and 8 solid, and Jason Tatum, he got more volume shots in his hand. He'll give you 33 a night if he stays healthy. We haven't seen him not, apart from the Achilles injury. So they need another piece, but it's more so from Brad Stevenson's head. How the fuck you expect to compete against Philly? That's most of the bigger question. Fuck what you did to your team. How you gonna compete against these motherfuckers?
That's why I don't understand how you
especially if Joel Embiid comes back healthy.
That's why I really don't understand the move either. Okay, the haul wasn't good. It wasn't a good haul, right? But aside from that, you sent him to a direct competitor.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me, especially what we see Maxey ascending to, especially what the fuck Edgecombe did last year.
You made Philly a legitimate championship contender.
I don't see no team in the league beating them.
You don't see no team in the league being
able to. I don't see a team who fucking with Philadelphia. If that big seven fucking African soccer playing nigga come back, who's fucking with Philly?
I'll say this. I think a lot of things depend, and we could
not when LeBron go. You're not talking LeBron. Transition. Oh my goodness.
It really depends on where that man lands up.
He gonna destroy whatever franchise he go to.
Okay, because every franchise he's ever been to, he's brought them a championship. So
technically, no, it wasn't him. But I hear you saying.
This is what I'm talking about. More bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. Bullshit.
Let's talk about. No. Stop. What
are you talking about right now? You don't make
Stop. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Cleveland Cavaliers. He started over Cavaliers. He was definitely Cavaliers. If he never left Cleveland, he would have won a championship, right? He did not bring Miami Heat the fucking championship. Dwayne Wade at the time with a Chris Bosh, you could have added any piece in there. Miami would have won a championship.
You think if you would have added Carmelo instead of Bron?
100%. You seen 2011. Carmelo almost. If we got past Miami, Carmelo would have brought the Knicks a chip.
If you got past Miami, why didn't you get past Miami? And Carmelo's my favorite player, first of all. But why didn't we?
Your favorite player? You're a fucking liar. We lying on TV. We lying on fucking podcasts.
Carmelo's
he's not.
Carmelo's my favorite player.
Okay.
Carmelo's my favorite player. Top 3 offensive all-around scorers ever.
I have no disagreement. I never heard you say that about Carmelo Anthony. That's news to me. I appreciate it.
Anyway, back to LeBron. So go ahead, tell me things. So what you're trying to tell me is,
I think he's a good businessman. He puts himself in good situations.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about so now we're in Miami.
Yeah.
Bron was not the direct force behind the two.
I think there's a couple players in the league. Zebo could do the same shit he did. To be honest with you.
This is that Rashad McCants shit that I'm talking about right now, bro.
No, I'm dead
This is not
serious.
Rashad McCann
I'm
shit I'm
dead serious.
talking about
I'm
right
dead.
now.
I'm dead serious.
Nigga
I'm dead
said
serious.
Zach Randolph.
Fuck yeah,
Zach
Zebo. He's nice.
Randolph could
Mm-hmm.
have slotted in to the
Mm-hmm.
Miami Heatles
Mm-hmm.
instead of LeBron, and
Yep.
they would have went
Yep.
to 4 straight championships.
I said he would have won the championship. I didn't say he was going to four straight. You said
No,
he
no,
brought them
no.
the
They're
championship.
going to no because you can't.
Now we want to
You're
talk
talking about
about the
the
four
overall
straight
success that
championships.
Bron brought to Miami. They went to
Let me ask
four
you a
straight
question. Let me
chips.
ask you a question. How many straight championships did the Lakers go to? I'll wait.
What are you talking about?
You
With
talking about these
LeBron?
four
With
straight championships,
LeBron?
these 10 straight championship runs. When he got the fucking Lakers, how much did he go to straight?
Let
Since
me
he's
ask you.
such a
Let me ask you.
force
Let me ask you this. Let
multiplier.
me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Wait. Hold on. Stop
No,
staying on
no, no, no.
topic.
I'm asking a question. Do you think that Nikola Jokic
Mhm.
has had a successful tenure in Denver?
Yeah, I think he's a good complimentary piece
Would
to
you
the way they
say
wanted
his
to play.
time in Denver thus far in his career has been a success?
His time,
His time in
they won a championship, and if it was based off of trying to get a championship, then yes, I would say
yes or
that
no
his time.
question.
Excuse
It's a,
me.
it's a yes or no question.
No, it's
Was
not a
his time,
yes no question because it's complicated. You give me specifics.
is his time in Denver
Derek. It's a split decision. I'm sorry.
his his time in Denver have would you deem it to be successful?
Sure.
All right. Shea Gilgeous Alexander, his time in OKC, would you deem it to be successful?
I also thought his time with the Clippers was successful too. So yes, sure.
Yes. What about Giannis's tenure in Milwaukee? Would you have deemed that to be successful?
Yes.
Okay. Now here's the thing. All those three examples, each one of them
Mhm.
won one championship,
Okay.
went to one other conference finals,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
Would you deem LeBron's tenure in the Lakers as a success?
No.
One championship,
Okay.
one conference finals,
Okay.
same exact thing. But
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to say. It's like
Let
Drake.
me ask you. Can I ask you a
I
question?
keep
Can I
moving
ask you
the
a question? No.
goalposts.
Can I ask you a question?
You're moving the goalposts
No, I'm not moving the
with
goalposts because
different
you're moving
people,
the
and it's
goalposts.
not adding
You
up.
are
It's
moving the
not lining
goalposts
up. It
because
don't make
no,
sense.
because with so you mentioned Shea Gilchrist Alexander, right? Who was traded to OKC, right? Then you mentioned Giannis, who was drafted by the Bucks. Then you mentioned Nikola Jokic, who was drafted by Denver. Now you try to compare him to a man who leaves an organization, blows an organization up, and then tries to blow up the league to demand all these
Blows
things,
what
move pieces out here.
organization up? Whoa,
Get
whoa, whoa, whoa. What organization did he blow up?
hold on.
No, what
Get
organization did
coaches.
he blow up?
Cleveland is one. We talk about it. Cleveland is one, right? Pat Riley wasn't going in Miami, which is why LeBron left. That's two, right? He blew up Cleveland again, and he just blew up LA. There's a whole white team in LA. LA look like the motherfucking Beatles for real.
So, okay, so let me get this straight. Him leaving a team blows up the team, is what you're saying?
No, it's the shit that he does behind. It's like you burning all these bridges, blah 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 blah, and then you just get the fuck up out of there. What
No,
really happened with him leaving LA is they wasn't going for his bullshit, and they let him go out gracefully. And he put out a press release by Rich Paul that he allowed the Lakers. This nigga looking for a league minimum right now. This nigga looking for a league minimum.
don't make
Couple years, get the
you
fuck
don't
out of
make,
here.
you don't make
Yeah,
no sense.
y'all can spoof me with all the bullshit you
You don't
want
make
to.
you don't make no sense right now. I ain't gonna hold
How
you. You
don't
don't
make no
make no
sense?
sense because you rambling. You all over the place.
How
You
am
don't
I
make
rambling?
one
You just
point.
gave me three scenarios. You want me to focus on some shit. When I'm telling you, this nigga go to a team, say I want to do this, I want this, I want this, I want that. That nigga ain't just jumping on the team like when they just traded Shea and he brought the team up. LeBron has never done that. Besides his time in Cleveland, every other time from that nigga has curated his whole situation, which is why he's trying to fucking go to Golden State. Why you think Draymond just fucking left Golden State?
Draymond
Why you
didn't
think
leave the state. He
Drake?
opted out to make
What?
capital.
No, nigga, he leaving. He
He's not,
leaving for this nigga. He's leaving for him.
and that's Bron's fault if he does.
Clearly, nigga, he's more valuable than Draymond. LeBron James at this state can play defense, pass the ball, miss a bunch of shots, just like Draymond.
Bron averaged 21, 8, and
He
7.
did. He was nice this season. I saw the playoffs this year. LeBron was nice.
What are you talking
He
about?
was nice this season. He cool. He's nice. But LeBron James, I said before, we need to start treating this nigga the same way we treat other people. And like, oh, he was nice. Let's stop expecting him to be perfect. He's had a luxurious career. Leave the nigga alone. Let him go out in peace. But stop putting the nigga on a pedestal. He not him no more. And that's the truth. He not that nigga no more. He was him for a very long time. Yeah,
Let me
the nigga he's earned the right to do all the bullshit that he does. Don't take away from the fact that he don't do the bullshit.
so let me get this right. Let me get this straight. So let's think. You insert Bron in Minnesota. You don't
He
like
can't
that?
go there. He can't go there.
Why not?
I don't want him there. He gonna fuck up Ed Swagger. I don't want that nigga on the team. Get him out of there. Who next? What's the other team?
So you don't like that?
Nope.
You talking from Ant's perspective, who hasn't said a damn word about it. You just speculating right now. I'm asking you.
Me and Ed the same person.
I'm asking you about the fit. I'm asking you about what
Where does he fit?
Minnesota.
Where does he fit?
He slides in right there at the three. What are you
So
talking
let me ask you a question. You gonna take shots away from Ed? Because LeBron, he can't shoot the ball. If he's passing the ball, posting niggas up, he gonna play the same role
about?
they
Well,
wanted Carmelo. If he's gonna play the same role they wanted Carmelo to play, absolutely.
Carmelo can't play like LeBron. He doesn't defend like LeBron. He's not a
That's what
slasher.
we talking about. He
First
can
of all, did
defend
you
all day.
see?
LeBron can go
This is
anywhere if he's going to play defense,
hold
but he
on, but this,
can't
this
play
is what I'm
defense
like. This
long.
is what I don't like. This is what I don't like
What you don't
because
like?
y'all quick to talk about LeBron's game,
Mm-hmm.
but fail to acknowledge the role that he played in LA towards the end of the season when the Lakers were the hottest team
He
in
killed.
the
He had a
NBA.
good year, but he also
He
sat
was
out.
the
How much
Swiss
games? Let me ask you a
Army
question.
knife.
How many games did LeBron sit out this year? At least 50% of them. Yeah,
No,
he did it.
no, he
All right,
didn't.
let's find out. Let's fact check it.
50% of that. Wait, he played 41 games.
I don't know. Let's fact check it.
It's not retarded, bro.
He played 60 regular season games. So that nigga missed 22
You
regular
sound
season games.
crazy right now, bro.
That's a lot of games he missed.
He was more available than Steph Curry.
I don't like that nigga neither. That nigga need to go too. You know how I feel about Steph.
That's a separate conversation.
Yeah, it could be a separate conversation. We can talk about it right now. I'm ready for it.
All right, so just pump your brakes a little bit. All right. So you don't like him in Minnesota, is what you're saying.
I don't think we need him. I don't think they need him. I'm not gonna say we. I'm a Knicks fan. I don't think they need him. They just got LaMelo. What we doing? What we adding? Unless he's gonna play strict defense, I don't see the point of having him there.
All right.
And you know he's not gonna do that no more.
All right. Well, you just sound crazy right now. All right.
Okay.
What about Washington?
I would love him in Washington.
Him,
That's a good.
Trey, AD,
I think that's a good move.
AJ, a bunch of young, Trey Johnson,
I think that's a good.
Bilal,
I think that's a good move.
Sean George. That's a slept-on move right there. Everybody's talking about Golden
Yeah.
State, Cleveland, and Miami, but you bring that boy into DC, and it'll be mad funny if he's able to bring a championship to DC.
Yeah, I think that's more plausible than him going to Minnesota. I just don't see Ant-Man like changing his game, and I don't see LeBron like being able to really do what he needs to do, and I don't want to see LeBron just staring that shit on the court.
I don't think Ant-Man needs to change his game because Luka didn't have to change his game.
You forget that motherfucking LaMelo Ball is over there.
No, I don't. I know he's over there.
How they gonna yo tripping?
You know how dangerous Bron is as an off-ball player, slasher, spot-up shooter,
You have Ant-Man.
facilitator.
That nigga, I'm not gonna hold you. Matter of fact, he might cook because they're gonna double Ant-Man.
No, they're not gonna. That's what I'm saying. They're not gonna double Ant. You can't double Ant. If you have, first of all, they're not gonna double Ant just because now they have LaMelo. So now you got LaMelo and you got.
Nah, you gonna have to double Ant-Man.
If you got Melo and LeBron, you're not doubling Ant.
Nah, you're gonna have to double Ant-Man. You're gonna have to double Ant.
You're gonna double Ant. You're gonna leave LeBron wide open to slash, easy dunks. You're gonna leave LaMelo open, easy threes. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, LaMelo gonna do some foolishness too, but not
Ant-Man gonna. I'm talking about. That's why I like Minnesota. They got the shooting.
Yeah, and they got is DiVincenzo still there?
Yeah, but I don't know. He got an Achilles injury, so I don't know what his status is for next year. He tore his Achilles, but they got shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They got an all NBA defender in Jaden McDaniels. They got the defensive stopper. They got the 7-footer, your boy, Baby Akeem, Baby Tim. That's what you call him, right?
You already
Rudy.
know Rudy Gobert.
They got Rudy back there. You insert Bron into that mix, I really don't see a team beating them. I don't see a team better than them. I'm trying to tell you. There's a few situations where you insert Bron, now all the pieces make sense. Like right now, the pieces in Cleveland don't make sense because you got two undersized guards and Harden and Mitchell, right?
That's
You got your another option. You got Evan Mobley, who you can't depend on offensively. You don't know what he's going to give you tonight. He might give you 7. He might give you 17. But the fact that he can legitimately give you 7 points in a game is scary, right? You got Jared Allen. He's serviceable. So they're like, all right, cool. But now you insert LeBron. Now all the pieces make sense. Now it's no more about undersized backcourt. Now it's you got Donovan Mitchell who can give you 30, 40 on any given night. He can close a game for you on any given night. You got James Harden, right? He's available. Say what you want about James Harden, but he's always available. He's always gonna play. He plays hard, right?
I'm a fan of the Beard.
He plays hard.
I don't know. He's in some legal trouble right now though, but I'm a fan of him.
Now you got Evan Mobley, who doesn't have to worry about contributing as much offensively. The Cavs' success was largely contingent on what Evan Mobley give you from night to night basis. Now he don't got to worry. He can average 14 points. He can average 14 points, right? And just be a menace defensively. Him and Twin Towers. Now you got him and Jared Allen. That's a great front court. You slide Bron in there, who is the glue to everything. He makes all the pieces now make sense. All the pieces are pieces that are needed for a championship caliber team. That's what I'm saying. Cleveland is one of those teams. You slide him in, now everything starts to make sense. Right? I still don't really know about Miami. I'm not convinced with Miami, to be honest with you. I'm not. Like, it sounds good on paper, like, Giannis, Bron, Bam, but when it's crunch time in the postseason and you need a bucket, I need somebody who's good. I need a guard I can count on. You feel me? Oh, I think we lost Kadeem. I need a guard. I need a guard who's gonna get you buckets, who could play in that mid range, right? He could play in that mid range. He could break the defense down. You feel me? That's what I need. Supposed to be no dead time. No dead time.
Can you hear me?
What happened?
I got a phone call that stopped.
So leave and come back in.
All right, but
Yeah.
Yeah, apologize for that. You
Man,
hear me?
yeah. I was saying I don't know how I
I heard everything you said.
about Bron and Miami. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I need to.
You made a good points with Cleveland. You made strong points with Cleveland, but transitioning off of that, what do you think about all these first round picks that Utah's collecting?
I think Utah is going down the OKC path, and I think it's the right path. You see how OKC was able to build that team, all through draft capital, all through picks, right?
You think AJ the Banta is the piece that they needed, or did you like DJ Peterson?
On Utah.
Yeah,
I think either one of them honestly been fine.
I think AJ the Banta is gonna. He's an interesting play though, because I don't know how strong he is mentally. Right? I think I get a lot of Lance Stevenson vibes, like Lincoln Lance Stevenson vibes, you right? To
Mm-hmm.
where he's been so dominant and Buddy's nice. Like AJ DeBanta, he's nice.
He's
Super
nice.
he's OD nice. But if you watch a lot of his highlights, a lot of the way he plays, he's so used to things going his way. It's gonna be hard to see if like he's not able to get to his bucket, get to his spots the way he wants to, and like he's not able to have this level of success he's used to. I would be interested to see how his second year looks. Right, I feel like it's gonna. He's giving me OJ Mayo vibes. Except he doesn't talk as much. I
So
like DJ. Huh?
no, I was just gonna piggyback off what you said. I think a good comparison is it it took Cooper Flag a little
Yeah.
bit to find his stride, but when he found it, because he's another one, high school, college, in Duke, he's getting his way.
Yeah.
He was getting his way. He came into the league. He struggled the first, quarter of the season, but then he figured it out. He figured it out. Now, the difference is a lot of time with these players is, are you going to have the opportunity to figure it out? So that Kyrie was out. There was no Luca. The keys was in Cooper's hands. He had the green light, the ultimate green light, right away. So he's able to grow through those struggles, right? Confidently, not having to worry about losing minutes. A lot of players don't have that luxury. A lot of players can't, fight through those growing pains because if they don't perform right away to a certain level, then they're getting their minutes, taken away from them. So, I think with AJ, he's in a good spot, but we're gonna have to see because at the end of the day, he's not gonna have the reins, right? You got Trey, you got AD, you have other really good players on that team, also like Trey Johnson, Kaishan George. Those are also really good young players, talented players, and so we'll see. We'll see. I think he has all the tools, like you said. It's just gonna be a situation of how does he fit and how does he acclimate to the new environment. But in terms of Utah, I think you know I think Darren Peterson is gonna be he's gonna be like a Dylan Harper situation
I
in San
love his
Antonio.
game, dog. That dude is nice.
He's smooth, yo. It's effortless.
And you saw a lot. So for me, the difference in the two is it comes down to their makeup, like who they those little intangibles as a person. I like AJ DeBance's game nice, and like it's gonna help him. Like I want that type of attitude, but I feel like everything else outside of basketball is gonna cause that distraction as far as his personality and his like, it's a lot of ego driven vibes. But you look at the transition to Peterson, and he's all the negative resources, negative media he got at Kansas, not wanting to do this, not wanting to work out hard. Meanwhile, the dude was killing himself, working out, changing his diet. It caused some complications with him being able to be available on the court. And everything that was going against his name is the complete opposite of any coach that has ever coached him or any player that knows his makeup and work ethic. And you're starting to see it within the draft combine and through this draft process. And it was strong that he stayed quiet, didn't try to defend himself. He knew his character and like he builds through work ethic. You don't really hear much from him, but his game speaks for itself. I feel like AJ DeBenta is a lot. I need to see how he manifests as a pro, right? So I'm worried to see how it transitions. He could very much start killing dudes, right? But I think he's way different than Cooper Flag because Cooper Flag, you heard a lot of stuff as far as like his confidence, but he don't talk a lot either, right? So like
AJ's
another one, you couldn't convince me like Cade Cunningham's a dog,
yeah.
but you don't hear nothing like you don't even see that personality from Cade. Don't even speak for real. So
It's just like AJ's on a media tour right now.
that's what I'm saying. But he was like that in college. Like he's been like that because he has been that dominant. So and it's like kind of like he's like LeVar Ball, but without the, you know what I'm saying. He has LeVar Ball personality with the skill set, and people gonna target him. I know people want his head in the league right now.
LaMelo,
Nah, when Lonzo got in,
you
like
said LeVar Ball. Who you talking
yeah,
about?
you know how LeVar Ball put the target on Lonzo back when he first got in the league.
Oh yeah,
You see what I'm saying? And like AJ DeBenta is a lot of speaking, like the way he talks about himself, the way he think he gonna kill. Like
yeah. It's
I
one
want to
thing. It's definitely one thing to be. You want the confidence, but I'd rather the confidence, you know, be portrayed on the court versus pre any NBA
Yeah,
experiment.
and it's so it's a big difference because like for all you could say about John Morant don't do much talking about his game.
Ooh, but let's talk about that. Let's segue. Is there anything else you want to talk about, AJ and
Nah, I just wanted to point that out. I was looking at Utah and I see
yeah.
them making some moves on the back end, so it's interesting to see how that
I mean, they
develops.
definitely got a nice little squad. You know what I mean? They definitely got a
Yeah,
Kai, what's his name? Keontae George was averaging 25 last year before he got injured. He's having a great breakout season. You're gonna have him at the one. You're gonna slot your boy Peterson in at the two, right? You got Laurie Markkinen. You got Jaren Jackson, right? They just traded away Walker Kessler, so they don't have him no more. But they got a nice little core. Off the bench they got Ace Bailey still, who was lottery
he's
pick
nice.
last
He's
year.
nice. He was so nice. You even know Dylan Harper was that nice when he was at Rucker because Ace Bailey
Exactly,
took the shine.
exactly. So you got Ace Bailey, you got a very good backup point guard in Isaiah Collier, you got a very good backup forward in Bryce Sensabaugh. They got a nice little squad. Obviously, they're not championship built yet. You know what I mean? But it's giving kind of like OKC a few years ago, 3, 4 years ago, and they were starting to find their groove. Like because they definitely have the makeup. A lot of it is contingent on Laurie Markkinen staying healthy and available because he's still the best player on that team. Um,
Yeah, they gonna give Champ the ball though.
they gotta get, but they gotta. I think they need to deploy a San Antonio Spurs type offense where everybody's averaging like 15, 17, because they got the pieces. They got the two dynamic guards. They got the two front court bigs. Like I
Yeah,
don't need.
it's gonna come down to what that leadership in the locker room looks like though in Utah.
Yeah, I don't know who that's gonna be, to be honest with you.
It's gonna be tough. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like the
Yeah.
makeup and this draft is gonna be a makeup like based off of like the inner makings of that player and like the good vets around them, teaching them how to be a pro, understanding how to be a pro, and playing within a system that works for that player, right? So it's interesting to see. I'm worried about AJ though.
I'm not worried about him because I'm not
I
invested.
mean, he go yeah,
But
he give me the same shit happened to Jalil Okafor. Buddy was nice.
he just
When
Jaleel. Unfortunately for him, you know,
the game changed on him.
he's right underneath him.
Yeah,
He's a back to the basket big, and the game would turn to a stretch big game overnight, and he just could not adapt. He just wasn't ready for that transition. But he was very talented.
yeah, Jalil was nice.
You know what I mean?
And
Um,
Jared Sullinger too. Like there's a lot of dudes you just seen that had the keys and Trey Burke. No,
that's
I
my
was a
son.
huge fan. But so we'll see. But yes, let's talk about Ja, my boy. They got his ass up out of Memphis, boy. Hate to see it.
They packed his ass up. Talk about getting some chips and some Skittles. They packed him up for nothing. That's how you know they was trying to get off of him. They was trying to get off Buddy quick.
Yeah,
Um,
it's good to see though. I hope he has a chance to revive his career in Portland.
I don't see why
Um,
not.
listen, just hope he ain't gang banging with them colors. That's all I care about.
Yeah,
But
you know this too. Like it's tough because like I don't want to talk about anybody's like personal life and stuff, but like you see the antics his pops be on, like in courtside, like his pops be on some bullshit, and
do he though?
yeah, he do, and
Like what?
he just be on some antics. Like he's always like I don't want to say things that I'm not 100%, but like from like reports and stuff, like he just in terms of
Media can make things look a different way. I I
it
be
it just doesn't seem like he has that male figure in his life that's really like you
I
know
disagree.
well because he hasn't been able to reel it in for Ja has been on bullshit. We being honest with you, he's been on bullshit. Like he's been on bullshit.
I don't know if he really been on bullshit. I think that Ja has been targeted. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think he's been targeted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Ja's been targeted, bro.
About
Yes, he
who?
has,
He was about to be the face of the league. A
and he
lot
been
of
targeting
it was self inflicted.
in a
He
sense,
hasn't done.
right? So
He
if you if you're
done to
gonna
a video, bro.
if you're gonna argue when you know better, you do better, right? Cool. For him not making the adjustments for the actions that happened, and they started to compound, and it was just array and incident after incident. Cool, but one of the incidents, he in a whip with his mans, and they didn't want to get off social media. They flashed. Ja wasn't outside waving a gun at niggas on type of shit. He did one dumb shit. One time he did some dumb shit, and that was a gun in public. He pulled it out on a nigga.
Yeah,
There's a lot of niggas that did that. A lot of people, a lot of players have did that. They try to when AI was going through his stuff, they would have targeted AI the same way. When Paul Pierce was going through his stuff, if this was the time, they would have targeted Paul P the same way. When Ray Lewis was going through his stuff, they would have targeted him the same way. The only difference is Ja was super young at the time. He had a lot of immature people around him at the time, and his pops could have taken a more parental role. But you got to think of it from his dad's situation to where I train my son myself. I train my daughter myself. My kids ain't doing this. My kids ain't dying. They not statistics. They not in jail. My kids in the NBA. He proud as hell of his dad at the same time. So when he on the sidelines, he champion for his that's his super. That's his biggest fan.
I'll say this.
You gonna lose your composure on the sideline. You can act how you want to act on the sideline. That's my opinion. I coach youth sports. There's parents acting way worse than Josh Pops act. There's fans acting way worse than Josh Pops be acting, right? They just target him because unfortunately he didn't ask to be the role model that he is, and that's the biggest downfall that Ja has, is that he hasn't understood the responsibility that comes with the superstardom that he has. Because let's be honest, he didn't go to a power five, a power four. He played at Murray State, dog.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't expecting to be a top 10 pick. You're not supposed to. And then he comes into that position. He's a buck 50, buck 60. He's still flying over dudes. He didn't. His projection in the draft wasn't to do what he was doing them seasons. His stardom came overnight.
I'll say this.
Still
I'll say,
doing dumb stuff. He got
I
taken
think,
over Memphis. He didn't make
like
the
I said,
adjustment,
I'll say this.
but no
I
one
think
took him under the wing.
I
Ant
think
Man, you can argue Ant Man just as bad as Ja. Maybe be worse because he womanizing people all over the place. But you're not saying nothing to Ant Man.
well, I'll say this. I think that you're making a lot of good points. I think you're making a lot of valid points. Um, and thinking about me as a father, and if I was in a position where my kid was put into the spotlight, was put into this new situation.
And every moment you spend with you the only person that believe in that person. Like no one
Yeah,
believe what he's gonna do. What he's gonna do. He's
it's
not
like I
supposed to
said.
be
I
there.
don't know the whole dynamic. I don't know the dynamic. I don't know the relationship. All I'm saying is, you're right. Josh's just a kid. He was a kid when he was brought in, when he was exposed to all of this kind of stuff. And kids are built different, right? Because
Correct.
LeBron was also a kid when
He had a superstar team around him
LeBron was also a kid. This is for LeBron. This was happening in high school, so LeBron was dealing
with
with this.
with no social media.
There was no social media, but it was still a matter of you having to move a kind of certain way because you understand the position you're in. And I just think Ja just fully didn't understand the position he was in, and nobody helped him understand the position he was in. Because when you understand these things, you have this kind of guidance, then you don't put yourself in situations and you don't move in a way where your boys could get you caught up, right? Or
Yeah,
you
and
and that's it. Like I'm not blaming him.
no. But there's two sides to the coin, because if you have any understanding of how it goes within organizations, they gonna do whatever they can for it not to get out, right? Unfortunately, social media doesn't allow that. I can give you a perfect example. Another person who was very similar situation to John Morant was Michael Vick with the Falcons. If you know the story, the only reason Michael Vick went to jail wasn't because of the dog situation. It wasn't because they been knew all that stuff was happening already. He went to jail because he lied to Arthur Blank. When they asked him if he knew about these things, what's going on, he lied to him. And at that point, he didn't have his back with the me because he could have made that stuff go away because they knew what was happening. But the fact that he lied, what you gonna take the rep from? That's what happened. So I think there was a disagreement with ownership and John Morant and him wanting to do things his way, and that you've heard those turmoils. So that was the immature part on his part. And if you want to say his team behind him and his father, maybe it's their ego because they did do it by themselves. They do got Nike by the ball strings with the shoes. Like, Nike hasn't been performing well. Josh Shoe's really been keeping the company above water for real, from a sneaker selling standpoint, and a Onescu sneaker. Other than that, so
Sabrina sneaker has been keeping them afloat for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I'm saying. But and
Where
that Portland move make a lot of sense because where Nike headquartered at Portland. It make a lot of sense. They could keep Raps on them.
you just got I just the team makeup right now. I think they just signed back Robert Williams. They have Klingon big. I'm thinking about the big man. They got rid of Jeremy Grant. That's who they got a job for, and Chris Murray. Um, you got Dame coming back. You got Drew Holiday. You got Scoot Henderson. You got Denny Avdia. A
Scoot,
lot of
right?
and then you got Tamari Kamar, the guard, the light skinned dude, defensive specialist over there. I think and then you got Matisse Thybulle also. They got a lot of good pieces. I'm just very interested to see who's gonna take the backseat because now it's like, all right, now Scoot's really gonna get kind of pushed to the side.
I don't know because people forget Ja's an excellent point guard.
But that's what I'm saying. Who's gonna play point guard? Who's gonna be the off ball person? It has to be Damian Lillard now because if we're
Dame
talking
can
about
pull.
point guard,
Dame can stay back and shoot. It'll keep
he should
him.
be the off ball one.
It'll keep him healthier also because he don't got to do too much.
Yeah, Josh
I
should be the point guard. Josh should have the
yeah,
ball in his hands because he's the best
100%.
passer,
He's
best pick
nice.
and roll. You know
He's
what I mean?
nice. Ja
Get Hill.
Ja is nice. He's undeniable. And people act like he hasn't made strides and like Ja don't get in that much trouble, dog. You don't see this man
What it
like
is
every
now
time he's
is
been in trouble, it's been an isolated incident in a small environment. He ain't they like it, they be he been targeted. I'm
what's
standing on
tough.
that.
I'm gonna tell you know what's tough though. This is the tough thing. This is the tough thing with Ja. You got to know that trouble, right? You got to know that trouble. You had that suspension, that long ass suspension, right? You come back and you can't stay on the court. You can't stay healthy. Just shoulder issues, ankle issues. So
Yeah, that's just
and so
anatomy.
even and it's unfortunate for him, but it's like as an organization, it's like, damn, you just got suspended for half the season. Now you come back, you play a few games, shoulder injury. You come back, you play a few more games, hand injury. It's always something that he can't play. So
So
actually,
so you so you you
organization is
you
frustrated.
you blame those on John Morant or you
What I'm,
blame
what I'm
those
saying is that just
on the
contributes.
organization? That's a Memphis
That's
Grizzly
that's
issue.
nobody's fault. Josh injuries is it just happens. Like players get injured. But what I'm saying is in terms of like an organization, I'm just like, damn, like it's one thing if that suspension happened and you got over it and now you're available and now you're
Let me ask you a
playing.
question. Have you ever taken like a leave of absence from like just aggressive training and try to just get back in there and explode? Your muscles don't be prepared for certain things. Ja is one of the most explosive athletes you've seen for his size,
Yeah, but it's
and
just
I could argue that the time off that he's never experienced from high level play in basketball and him getting back in it was the reason his body wasn't able to sustain those forces from the ground that he generates.
mm-hmm.
Like the shoulder injury that can happen to anybody, right? But his lower body extremity or soft tissue injuries, I think this comes from lack of being able to play.
Well, either way, he's not staying healthy on the court, and
That's
so
Memphis. That's Memphis. You got that big of an investment. They got
it's
to keep a stronger tab on him. I think Ja will stay healthier. I think he will stay healthy,
we're gonna see. Hopefully, he do stay healthy, man. Because
especially being with Dame. Dame is known as a hard worker. Takes very aggressive care of his body. He's very diligent.
I
So
think that's gonna be a great role model for
yeah, I
him.
think so. I think so. I think Portland's a good move for him. He's not gonna like it initially. We ain't out there, but to keep him safe. Hopefully his team don't travel with him. All those his other partners. I I ain't really seen him get in trouble much off the court. Like he got in trouble for a gun finger gesture.
Yeah,
Like come on, what are we talking about?
I,
Instagram live. Then the Pacers team bus. That's the only incident that he really had was the team bus issue.
yeah, I'm
That's
thinking.
it.
Yeah,
He didn't. He been targeted, bro. And because he's such a face, they made an example out of him. And it's rightfully so. The responsibility come with it. They pay you enough. You're not complaining when you live in luxury. So it's being an adult. I get it. But he's not that bad of a person y'all made him out to be. And I don't like the image that's been painted of him.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, that's the narrative, that's the perception around him right now. And honestly, the only way he could change that around is if he
He,
stays healthy and he plays. And
nah, he gonna have to unfortunately shut up and dribble. That's it. That's kind of the same thing that happened to Kyrie. You ain't really heard much about Kyrie since he left Nike.
well, Kyrie Kyrie's
No,
first
no, no. But when
first.
you under the scrutiny of them, they determine the media. They can dictate all that. He not he.
And the thing about it is, and this is the messed up thing about Kyrie. The only reason that they was under scrutiny about Kyrie was because of the whole COVID situation. He was outspoken against getting the shot, and now you see, years later, niggas talking about Stephen A. talking about I was wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he was targeted. It's an
There
agenda,
was there
dog.
was a bigger agenda at play with the
It
whole.
always is.
Yeah,
It's always when Kobe was being targeted. You know how much bad media Kobe had. Kobe wasn't liked for most of his career. People forget that. During that issue, Kobe had wild bad media after bad media after bad media after that rape incident.
that's a hard one to come back.
But he was never a bad dude. It's like you do one wrong thing, or you get the wrong
You get one
one.
accusation.
It's over with.
That's the worst accusation.
He
You can't.
ain't do it.
It's hard to bounce back from that one, no
And
matter what
listen,
position you're in. To be honest, that's a tough one.
you know the only difference is Mike was so valuable to the NBA, a lot like LeBron is.
Hmm.
They would never let it get out because it would cripple the company. Now when Mike leave the NBA, you find out how treacherous and horrible of a nigga Mike was. Mike a demon.
Yeah.
Same thing with Brian. Brian's one of the smartest people you ever seen in your life. He understands his leverage. So I think this is gonna be the best NBA. Like I like where the NBA is headed, especially with all these trade moves and the disparity. The only difference is I'm very afraid what's going on with Philadelphia. I think they're gonna cook people,
You think
and
they coming out? So you think they coming out the East?
I don't see who could beat them. Real, like let's talk about it right real quick. Philly,
Hold on.
For the city though.
For the city though. Yeah.
Gotta like the
it's
top.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Out in the six, I'm a national treasure. The niggas that bad me gon' bad me forever. RP Kobe, but y'all niggas broke it. That's probably why y'all be shacking together. Capo and leader got habits together. Like couples vacation, they packing together. Like rushing to finish, to slap it together. The charges like COVID, they'll catch it together. They hate me so much, it's a sickening thing. You must have heard wrong on the call. I sent him a sack cause I wanted to shit to the king. When you was a part of the team, we used to be planning our Mexico trip in the spring. We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Cause why do we think you could get us a ring? They begging about how you went home, the fuck it ain't on. Cody, we threw him away. G-Pac said it's a real one from Dago, and next thing you know, we was doing parades. Fuck all you pussy man who come.
Yeah. That's just for your boy. I was doing that for you, baby. That's for Kawhi.
I don't rock with Drake music.
Relate. I just gonna take me
Yo. Split decision.
Buddy Nice. I
Split
just don't listen to
decision.
Drake. Buddy Nice. I just don't listen to Drake.
It's a split decision.
I hear you. Buddy Nice. I got nothing to say about him. I vibe to a lot of it. I just don't listen to him.
All right, well.
I wish that I knew what to say. Who we a block? I don't see a face. Your first time back since back in the day.
I only listen to my country music for like the last 3 years. I'm strict dance hall, reggae, soca, like heavy. So
Yeah,
he
no,
did.
I was in the whip with you and you was playing some bullshit.
Call it you want to call it bullshit to you.
All right, yo. We gonna talk. Peace.
Buy my new comb. Sponsored by Unleashed.
Okay.
It's called the Unleashed comb. Unleash your naps. Unleash the strands in your facial hair. We got AI generated product making tools to curate your system. If you got low type 4C, 3C, 2C, 1C hair, high porosity, low porosity, we got the comb to do it.
You heard it here first. Shout out Unleash. Peace.
I'm gonna holler at y'all.